Hey guys, it's a beautiful night. I got a good story. Kind of a shitty fucking night, but you know what? It's just so pretty out, so I don't mind. So I just came from home and I go for a walk because I'm just getting so angry thinking about something that happened earlier today. So there's this homeless lady, right? And she's super kind. Like she's like a mother. And I talked to her previously before tonight. I met this girl on a Panera Bread, and I wasn't eating that day. I was eating like a bag of pretzels. I just bought this big bag of pretzels, and she walks up and she's like, "That's not good for you." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, that wheat, it's not good for you." She's like, "I got some meat if you want to split it." I'm like, "No, you're good." But she was so kind. I bought her a sandwich, because she just had this like motherly vibe to her. She's such a kind person. She just, I don't know. She's almost though, right? So I saw her today. I was coming home from I was just doing my work at the coffee shop, and I came home and she was on the side of the road and she's just standing there, just looking at her bag or something. And this dude walked up to her, and he was just some college kid. Like he didn't mean too much harm, so I didn't, do anything terrible to him. But he walked up and he had this big, ginormous vape box, and he just went up like an inch before her face, took a big puff and just blew in her fucking face and started laughing at her. And I was walking up already kind of pissed. I was just gonna talk to him. I wasn't gonna physically hurt him or anything. But then he fucking spat on her. Okay? And it's a Saturday night, so I mean everybody's a little fucked up, I get it. But dude, as soon as I saw that, I was probably within like 3 feet at that point. I was like, hey guy. And then like as I was saying, hey guy, he spat, and I was like, okay, and I ran in and I got a good 3 feet head start, and I put my shoulders back in, just whoosh, like two-handed, just shoved him like 6 feet, and he went fucking flying. So he went flying. I think he had a hat on. It fucking flew off. And so he got up, and I was already like, oh dude, just give me an excuse. Like I'm not trying to be that guy. Like I don't want to hurt you unless it's absolutely necessary. But I was giving that look. I was like, just please, just give me any fucking excuse. Just come on, like. And he walked up, and he ended up like kind of not being that hostile when he walked up. He was like he's fucked up. And he actually was reaching in his wallet. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give him a second. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing right now? What are you doing? Go away. He's like, no, I'm gonna make it up to her. And he ended up pulling a $5 bill out and actually handed it to her. I didn't see the $5 bill. I saw him hand something to her. And I asked her like after he left, because after he left, he just fucking didn't even say anything. He just literally walked the fuck off. And I was like, how much he give you? $5. I'm like, good for you. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. People are just dickheads, And it just like really made me upset just how like disrespectful people are. Now, when I was drinking a lot, and I was like, dude, did I used to be that guy? Did I used to be this person? I was never that bad. Like I was never just really going and just trying to fight somebody that really was that defenseless. When I was really, really bad, like with alcohol and just not really caring about a lot of things with my life, I went to bars and I would try to find somebody who was just already looking for something, and then I would try to do something. If they kicked my ass, I really didn't care. And if I kicked their ass, fucking great. Just such stupid stuff. Never would do that again. But the point is, it's just so stupid. So stupid, so selfish. And it's like, if I'm being rude to somebody, I'm going to be mean to you out of love. I'm going to be mean to you for a purpose, And this is not me bragging, but I have this funny story, okay? So there was this girl, she's one of my best friends, okay? And I'm not gonna say her name, but she's not gonna watch this anyway. And if she did, she would know, she would laugh her ass off. We actually took some videos together of us doing this. And what I used to do is I would have an objective. I'd be like, all right, look, you're smoking fucking hot. She was this Russian girl. I think she was like from Russia, and just like super hot, had like, the ass and the whatever. But, I wasn't really trying to date her, and we were just really good friends. And so what I ended up doing was we'd go to bars and I would say, okay, I'm not paying for one drink tonight. So your job, for me, is to get as many drinks as you can and bring them back to me. So we started off with Navy bars, okay, where like only Navy people went to, like on the base. Check this out, check this out. Oh yeah. So we went to the Navy bars, and these are all like, you know, young kids, first time ever drinking alcohol in a bar, 21 years old, just hit it. I mean, maybe they were younger, we don't really know. Sometimes the bartenders don't check. I'm not gonna say that publicly though. But I mean, come on, just use your head. So the point is, these kids were young, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna do two things. Let's go and get their money. Let's go take it, and you go flirt with them, get them to buy a drink, and then bring it back to me, okay? And I would always take videos of this. It was the funniest thing ever. I'm gonna post those videos one day. It's just absolutely hilarious. So I had videos of her going to the bar. She would lean over all seductive, like rub his shoulders, be like, hey, can you get me like a gin tonic? Get me a Moscow Mule, get me a whiskey and Coke. And then the guy would get it to her, and as soon as it was in her hand, she'd say, thanks. Hey, watch this. And then she would come back, and I'll be sitting at the table, my arms crossed, and my fucking leg one over the other, or maybe my like arms draped over a chair. I'm just trying to look a little fucking more alpha, just for him. And she would put it right in front of me, and she would literally sit down and then put her legs on me and put her arm around me, and we would just stare at the guy, and I would just drink it, just looking at him like, dude, what is wrong with you? But every time I did that, what I would do after is I would walk up to the guy, because it'd always be like some skinny dude, you know, it's not gonna, I'm telling you, it's like 21-year-olds. So walk up, I'm putting my arm around him, like, hey man, like kind of what's going on? Because I would be fucked up, I would just put my arm around people when I'm fucked up. I'm one of those guys. And I'm like, why'd you do that? He's like, dude, I just want to like get her a drink, dude. She was really pretty. I'm like, all right, I'm teaching him a lesson. I'm like, don't ever do that. It's like, I've been going to bars for years, okay? You do not ever, under any circumstances, buy a woman a drink. Unless if that is a girl you are dating. It is a low status symbol, and it's just a waste of money. Like, I'm telling you, man, every time I've ever bought a girl drinks, it's always turned bad. I'm teaching you this lesson. You know, sit down, I would ask him like his name, where is he from, and then we become like good friends. I'm at him on Instagram, you know, and it'll be like a good experience, you know. It'll be a really like positive experience. But I was an asshole for a reason. I really should post those videos though. Those are pretty gangster. If I'm saying, hey buddy, it looks like you're putting on a few extra pounds, it's because I care about you. If I didn't, I wouldn't say shit. I would just be quiet. Would you prefer the friend who is going to tell you that you have fucking marker all over your face, all right, from the night before of drinking? Or would you rather the guy who ignores it? All right, so you gotta put that ego aside, man. If somebody says, hey man, you got some shit on your face, don't tell me what I have on my fucking face. Hey bud, just telling you what's up. Don't tell me, you don't even know who I am. Oh God, do you ever get those people when you're trying to tell them like something's wrong, and they're just like, you don't even know about me, you know nothing about me. I'm like, well, I know this thing I'm seeing. It's like, you don't know the first thing about me. Like, I'm like, what does that have to do with this conversation? Please tell me if anybody relates to this. Oh my God, such a stupid comeback. Like, I want to have an intellectual conversation with you and tell you what your flaw is, okay? But like, I'm not imposing myself on you here with this one. I'm just telling you what I see wrong. You see something wrong with me, you tell it. And then we'll have a civil discussion back and forth. Christ, man, you know. Dude, some people are just lost. Some people are just so lost. And you just can't help it. You just can't help them. They're just absolute fucking retards, you know. Really like sucked in the matrix. Like, you cannot help them. Hey, buddy, your girlfriend's fucking another guy. Oh, what are you saying? Are you insinuating? No, dude, I like saw her with a dick in her mouth. It was kind of my dick. Like, you know, I don't know. Man, I just want to let you know. I love her. Do not tell me. Like, oh, Christ, dude. Some people are just so retarded, man. Like that's what gets me so angry too with some people. It's like, let's say I have a friend, right, and his girlfriend's cheating on him, and I'm like, hey man, like, your fucking girl is fucking other men. Like, I need to tell you this. I saw her in the club. I saw this, what happened. Like, how dare you? How dare you say anything like that? I've known this girl for so long. I'm like, dude, I should have stopped when you let her go to the club by herself. I should have known by then you were brainwashed, and we were just a fucking retard. But it's that I'm mean to the people that I care about. But I'm gonna comfort you if something fucking bad happens to you, man. I know a good friend of mine. Like I'm super freaking comforting to people when they're going through hard stuff. I am really, really that guy for that. I've always been that guy. I'm like, hey man, like you're going through this rough thing. Like it's gonna be okay. Like so many people came to me in the military and they're like, I'm gonna kill myself, and I'd be like, okay, why? What's going on? Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. I was about to go. I was about to leave. I was about to do this thing. Now we got to talk about this for 3 hours. Like this one time, this guy, he was a friend of mine. He had a wife and a kid, it's fucked up. I'm laughing about it. I shouldn't laugh about it. All right, that's a defense mechanism, right? But this guy, his wife ended up, fucking another guy. She got pregnant with another man's baby. And then made the guy my friend who was in the military, she made his kid call this new guy dad. It's like, oh my God. Like shit like that happens, And that's also like totally separate subject. But if your girlfriend is in the military, brother, she's been used by every single person. There are no exceptions. No exceptions. I would say 95% of the women in the military married for 1, 2, 10, 20, 50 years have all fucked another person while in the military. Either the same sex or different sex. They literally get off to it. Every dude, I'm literally telling you, every time I check in with one of my friends in the military, the first thing they say is like, yo, Rob, what's up, man? And they're like, dude, I was banging this guy's wife the other night. Like the first thing. Because you gotta realize these are all young guys. The only thing they care about is slaying. So again, I choose my friend group very carefully now. But it's just if the time comes and I'm like, dude, I haven't talked to you in like 6 months to a year. I just kind of wonder what's going on with you. That's pretty much like the first words out of their mouth, like every time. Like, dude, this guy's girlfriend, man. Oh my God, you won't believe it. And how people have to go through trauma in order to learn. I had to fucking learn it hard, dude. My wife cheated on me, okay? While I was in the military. Like my wife, okay? Telling you, man. Telling you. So you have a friend who is nice enough to be an asshole to you. You cherish that man. You cherish him. You fucking keep him on your Rolodex. You blow him little kisses and shit. When you see him, you need to tell people the truth. You need to be what, quote unquote, mean to people only for a reason. Don't just take your day out on somebody unless it's like a fight and it's like a scheduled fight. I'm talking about like for boxing or something. It's like you don't have any personal vendetta against them. You're just like doing your thing. You should not be mean to somebody for no reason. There's no benefit. It's not going to boost your ego. It just screams out that the person is insecure. I'm much more. If I feared any man, I would much more fear a guy who was in the corner of a bar with his arms crossed, or the guy who's super friendly. Oh, you ever meet that guy? Those are like my friends. Those guys who are really big, they're tattooed up, and they're super smiley. Okay, they're always like talking to everybody. They're like, hey man, like what's going on? Like, like almost like soft, but they're fucking big people. Those are the guys you'd be afraid of. Not the guys who are like, fuck you, man. Oh, talking ghetto, trying to cause trouble. It's just a youth thing too. It's really just a youth thing. But some people, they grow up and they just can't handle the truth. They really can't. And you just gotta, all right, no problem. And you just whoop. Don't talk to them anymore. Here, like that is someone that's stuck in the Matrix. Every time they talk to me, they want to talk about this thing. I give them a solution to it, and they don't want to hear it. Got it. We're not as close anymore. I'm keeping you at a distance because I know you do not prioritize self-growth. What I say to you is, and if I say something to you and you want to say something back, you're like, hey man, I hear where you're coming from, but here's what's going on. I'll be like, oh, okay, got it. Totally understand. And then whatever you said to me, we'll kind of go back and forth. Like, you understand, like if I say, hey man, every time you talk to me, you're bitching about your girl, and it's kind of getting on my nerves because I'm trying to go and have a fucking bite with you, and you want to bitch about your chick. All right, I just want to go get a bite with you. And if he retorts and he says something, and this is something that I could work with, like, dude, I'm trying to get a job. I'm living at her place. I'm doing everything. If you give me advice, I'll take it. But dude, I'm trying to get away from this girl. I can't. Okay. Why? Why can't you not do this? Let's go over all the reasons why, and let's draw out a blueprint. Let's get the fuck away. But if this continues, I'm not putting up with it. All right. If we do this again, if this is one time, and you're asking for my opinion, and I give it to you, and you take it, perfect. But if it's gonna be continuous thinking, every time I see you, you're gonna talk about the same problem. No bueno. That is not the type of man you want in your life. Be very selective. No wabbits. All right. Okay, I think I'm a little calmer now. See, look at this. Who said YouTube can't be therapeutic?